Hello everybody, and welcome to In Your Face! Today we will be discussing the best player in the NBA draft, the team to win the NCAA tournament, and the best running back in the NFL. I'm here with my co-hosts, Wayne Matthews and Evan Varlas. And first, let's discuss who was the best player in the NBA draft. Let's take it up to you, Evan.
Alright, so, in my mind, there were many great players in this NBA draft. The list can go on. There's Lonzo Ball, Jason Tatum, Dennis Smith Jr., and De'Aaron Fox. I mean, the list can just go on. But in my eyes, I think De'Aaron Fox was the best player in the draft because of his versatility. He was the fastest player in the draft. He can get across the court in less than 4 seconds. And he's working on his jump shot and three-pointer, which will pretty much solidify his whole game. That's why I think De'Aaron Fox is one of the best players in the draft. And I also think his defense was very good in his college years, and he was averaging about 16 points per game also. And he's tightened up his handle even more, and he was pretty much seeming unstoppable during the NCAA tournament. So that's why I think De'Aaron Fox was the best player in the NBA draft.
Okay, wait, so do you agree with him?
I don't. I think it was Markelle Fultz, and he was drafted first overall. He is a great point guard that can score. He can drive, he can dunk, and he could shoot, but he was not the best shooter in this. Definitely not the best shooter in the draft class. But I think he's a really good player, and he'd work really good with the Sixers, with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Now do you
Okay, so you both had very good points there. Now, who will win the NCAA tournament this year? I'm going to go over to you now, Wade.
Gonzaga, North Carolina. I don't think they'll do it again. North Carolina's made it back-to-back times. I think they've ran out of players that could help them. I think it'll either be Kentucky or South Carolina again. But because South Carolina as a 7th seed was able to beat many good teams, but the only team that they could not beat was Gonzaga, and yet they're the only team that had less than 5 losses.
Good points there. So what do you think, Evan? Do you agree with him?
Well, I do not agree with him. I think that Kentucky will go all the way this year. Now, many of you will think, just because I'm a Kentucky fan, but I seriously think this, because everybody thought, oh, John Calipari's out of recruits. Well, he's not out of recruits. He's able to refill talent every single year. This year, again, #1 recruiting class in the country. He's added 5 5-star recruits and 2 4-star recruits, and returners Wenyen Gabriel and Sasha Kalea-Jones will be key parts on this team. And I think that Kentucky, they'll have 5-star Quad Green starting off the point guard. They'll put 5-star Hamidou Diallo, who had the highest vertical at the draft combine. They'll also have 5-star Kevin Knox, who was very unlikely to get landed, but Cal, again, working his magic, was able to land him at small forward. PJ Washington, one of the top 15 players in the ESPN Top 100, and Nick Richards, who was one of the best centers, who was a top 10 center in the ESPN Top 100 for centers. Now, off the bench, they have depth too, because you can start many players, like their 4-star, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He was one of the best players at his high school, and then you can also start one of the best shooters that there was, a 4-star shooting guard, Jamaro Baker. And then you also forgot 5-star Jared Vanderbilt, one of the top 20 players in the ESPN Top 50. He has the handles of a point guard, but is 6'8" and has very good length and shooting ability. And then obviously you can end with Wenyen Gabriel at power forward and Sasha Kalea-Jones at center, who were both 5-star recruits last year. Back to you, Gavin.
That was very good there, Evan. Do you have anything to say about that, Wade?
Well, I think Kentucky was also going to win too, so yeah.
Okay, so now we have, for our final topic, we're going to ask who is the best running back in the NFL. Let's start out with you.
Well, last year it was Ezekiel Elliott, but this year I think Le'Veon Bell, since hopefully he will not get another suspension for drug use. But I think Le'Veon Bell, even though he has had trouble with the law, but when he is fully playing a full season, he is a very good rusher. He's so patient with his blocking, and he's rushed for over 4,000 yards in his career. And Le'Veon Bell came in top 5 in rushing last year, even though he missed a fourth of the season. And Le'Veon Bell is also a great receiver out of the backfield, and he's a great part of the Steelers organization, and he will help them get far in the playoffs next year. Back to you, Gavin.
That was great points there. So what do you think about that, Wade?
I don't agree that it's going to be Le'Veon Bell. I think he's probably going to get hurt or he's going to get in trouble with the law and he's not going to play many games. I think Devonta Freeman's going to do it because he's a rising star, and in 2015 I think was his first season as a rookie, and he led the league in rushing touchdowns. And I think he could keep it going and improving more, because the Falcons made it to the NFC Championship, and they need to improve their defense to make it farther, and Devonta Freeman was a key part in making that team go all the way to the Super Bowl. Now to you, Gavin.
Well, thank you for viewing in. I'm Gavin Dorman. This is Wade Matthews. This is Evan Varlas. And thank you for watching In Your Face!